Ramesses II was a great leader who is remembered and celebrated to this day as one of the most powerful pharaohs of ancient Egypt. He was an inspiration to his people and left a mark on history that would be remembered for centuries to come. But what did he do that was so remarkable? The answer lies in his military victories, great monuments, vast building projects, and diplomatic efforts. In this video, we will look at the life and legacy of Ramesses II. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notifications for all our new videos. With that said, let's jump straight into the video. Ramesses II is an iconic figure who has gone down in history as a powerful and influential pharaoh of the Golden Age. He was crowned by King Seti I and was known as the ruler of rulers due to his adventurous expeditions and his vision for a greater nation. He was the third king of the 19th dynasty. During his 66-year reign, Egypt reached its peak of power and prosperity, and he is therefore remembered as Ramesses the Great. Before we move further, let's have a quick look at the background of this greatest pharaoh. Ramesses II was born into a family of non-royal origin. His father, Seti I, was a great leader who sought to restore Egyptian power in Asia and embarked on a mission to recover lost provinces from the Hittites of Anatolia. Despite his initial success, Seti was unable to leave a lasting legacy, as these gains were only temporary. And at the end of his reign, the Hittites had firmly established themselves in the strategic fortress of Kadesh. Notwithstanding this, Seti I had made sure to grant the future Ramesses II a noble status as a regent. He provided him with a kingly household and harem, with the opportunity to accompany his father on campaigns. This allowed Ramesses II to gain invaluable experience of kingship and warfare, even at the age of just 10. At such a young age, his rank was mostly symbolic, but he received military training to prepare for his eventual rule. During his reign, Ramesses II was determined to make his mark on the land. He chose to do this by constructing one of the most impressive cities in ancient Egypt, Ramesses. This royal city was a sight to behold, with 4 quarters, each presided over a different deity. Towards the west, Amun was worshipped, while in the south, Seth received devotion. Further on towards the north, Wadjet, the royal cobra goddess, was revered. Astarte, a Syrian goddess, was worshipped. Ramesses II had a penchant for Asian deities, which is why he chose the gods to preside over the city. This majestic city was a triumph of Ramesses II's devotion to his kingdom and his determination to leave a lasting legacy. It was beautiful, with gardens, orchards, and pleasant waters. Other than this, he built one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring temples of all time, the Temple of Abu Simbel, to be forever remembered by the gods. He also constructed a small temple for his beloved wife and queen, Nefertari, alongside the grandiose Ramesseum mortuary temple. In addition to these, he built the Pi-Ramesses temple in the Delta and refurbished the Great Temple of Karnak. Besides building grand monuments and statues, Ramesses II was also a great military leader. During the 4th year of his reign, he led an army with strategic precision and determination on a mission to reclaim lands that had been lost by his father. He marched his army to southern Syria, a region known for its rebellious dynasts who had refused to cooperate with the ruler. In order to guarantee complete safety for his army, Ramesses II set up camp near the Al-Kalb River in Beirut. There, he left an inscription to commemorate the campaign and honor the bravery of his men. Sadly, no traces of this inscription remain today, except for the ruler's name and date. All else was corroded by time. The following year, the pharaoh commanded his main expedition to set forth with a determined objective: to take control of the powerful Hittite fortress in Kadesh. The army took the coastal route, which passed through Palestine and Lebanon, only to pause at a more southern area. Here, Ramesses assigned a specific task force to secure the port of Samarra and proceed up the Eleutherus River's valley. Afterward, the main force decided to march towards the Orontes once more, dividing into 4 divisions of infantry and chariotry, with an estimated 5,000 men in each. This expedition was pivotal to the pharaoh's reign and remains one of his most important accomplishments today. While on the way to Kadesh, Ramesses and his army crossed over the Shabtuna River from east to west, passing through a wooded area. They suddenly arrived on a plain in front of the city. Unexpectedly, 2 Hittite spies were captured who gave false information to Ramesses that the main Hittite army was miles away at Aleppo. But little did they know that the real adversary, their main enemy force, was hidden behind Kadesh. Ramesses then quickly sent his messengers to hasten the remainder of his forces. But before any further action could be taken, the Hittites attacked with a tremendous force of 2,500 chariots, with 3 men per chariot, as compared to the 2 in the Egyptian chariots. The devastating attack caught the leading Egyptian divisions off guard, leaving them in a state of panic and chaos. Ramesses, with his small crew of household chariotry, was surrounded by the enemy and had no choice but to fight back. Luckily, the Egyptian army encountered a crisis during the Battle of Kadesh. However, they were saved from defeat when a military force from Samarra arrived and joined the main army. The result of this battle was a tactical success, since the Egyptians emerged as victorious in maintaining control of the field. But it was a strategic failure due to their inability to conquer Kadesh. As both sides were exhausted from this conflict, an armistice was called, and the Egyptians returned home. During the era, Immersive III, the nephew of Ramesses II, made multiple attempts to oust his uncle from the throne, but failed. This caused a crisis between Egypt and Hatti, Ramesses II's enemy state. To bring peace, they concluded a treaty in 1258 BC at Kadesh. This treaty was recorded in 2 versions, both in Egyptian hieroglyphs and Hittite cuneiform script, and is the earliest known peace treaty in world history. The 2 versions of the treaty were worded differently, and a silver plaque was given to the Egyptians. This pocketbook version was taken back to Egypt and carved into the temple at Karnak. The treaty was an agreement between Ramesses II and Hattusili III, which called for peace between Egypt and Hatti. The boundaries of the treaty were not laid down clearly, but it was revealed that Samur, north of Byblos, belonged to Egypt. This treaty was a monumental step towards peace and stability in the region. The era of Ramesses II ended when he died at the age of 90 due to arthritis, but his legacy continues to live on. He was first buried in the Valley of the Kings of the western bank of Thebes, in a spectacular burial chamber that was designed to keep his mummy safe from thieves and goons. The mummy of Ramesses II was rediscovered in 1881 in a secret royal cache at Del al-Bahri and was placed in the Egyptian Museum, Cairo, where it remains to this day. The legacy of Ramesses II is further immortalized in a statue called the Younger Memnon, which dates back to around 1250 BC and is housed in the British Museum, London. This statue depicts him as a beneficent ruler and a mighty warrior of all time, a true testament to the greatness of Ramesses II and his reign. Ramesses II was a remarkable leader who left a lasting legacy in Egyptian history. He is surely remembered for many of his great deeds and accomplishments, such as the Battle of Kadesh and the Treaty of Kadesh. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up to show us some support. Also, let us know in the comments if you want to see more videos on similar topics. Goodbye until next time.